All right, guys, welcome back. Another episode of Competition Timeout. Sorry about the last 2 days, been a little busy, but we're back, and it's Thursday night football time. Week 2 starts today, and we got on paper a good matchup, a good division matchup. It is the Dolphins hosting the Bills. Yeah, it is in Miami. Yes, so Dolphins hosting the Bills division matchup. Okay. Both teams won their games in week 1. Uh, we went over it. Josh Allen did everything for the Bills. It took a last minute field goal for the Dolphins to win. And they're both here 1-1 division matchup early on in the year on a Thursday night. Let's go over the injury report for the Dolphins, the home team. David A. Chain is questionable. I think he'll play because Raheem Mostert is out. Malik Washington is out, and defensive back Elijah Campbell is questionable. Everybody else it should play. No injury designation for anybody else. As far as the Bills, I see a big one. Cornerback Teron Johnson is out with a forearm. So is Dwayne Smoot, who's a rotational defensive end for them. He has a toe injury, and then another rotational D end for them, Javon Solomon, is doubtful. So I mean, the biggest one I see is Teron Johnson. He's one of the, if not their best corner right now, because of like I said, they clean house. Richard Davies Way and some people that they let go, but I think he was one of the top two corners going into the year. He's the most veteran corner that they had. Yeah, it is a Thursday night matchup. Maybe some of these guys play if it's Sunday. We both had that discussion since Thursday night. Football has been a thing. Um, whether they should do it or not, at least I have. Uh, Hopefully, it is a good game. Obviously, this is a division matchup, so on a normal Sunday, it would be a really good game for the most part. Now with the injury to Teron Johnson, we'll see how the Bills and Sean McDermott and his defensive coordinator come up with a plan to stop this offense. Obviously, they already have a lot of film on them. They play each other twice a year, and Cindy McDaniel's been there 3 years, at 3 years of film to get ready for them. Uh, Dolphins defense looked pretty good, especially on the back end um, against the Jags. Obviously, the Jags do have this year at least a little bit more weapons than the Bills do, honestly. So we'll see how like that comes together. Um, see what Josh can do, getting the ball out there. Obviously, I would think he would use James Cook both running and receiving, but then also see what he can do. Obviously, this might turn again. I think there will be a lot of games where this will be Josh Allen trying to do Josh Allen things, which is with the running the ball, trying to pass the ball. So he'll do both um, in this game as well, especially with if the secondary of the Bills plays as good as they did against the Jags. Um, we never know. Like the Jags D that play good enough. I mean, it was a 20-17 game. I don't think the Dolphins tied it until like early fourth, I believe it was. So it could be week 1 rust. Let's be honest, that is a thing. But we don't know. We don't know. Anyways. Uh so where I see a lot of like the matchup here on both sides. So obviously Josh doesn't have I mean, he has weapons. Marcus Valdes can't Scantling and things like that. Obviously, we saw that like Jalen Ramsey was having some trouble with rookie Brian Thomas. Uh, Once again, I don't know if it's a week 1 thing. We'll see. Uh, but Dolphin secondary is really good, especially with Ramsey and I forget the DB's name right now. Who went to Oregon? Sorry, guys. Um, what is his name? It is. I got it here. Sorry, guys. is Javon Holland. Javon Holland, Jordan Poyer, the veteran, the former Bill, back there too. Um, Jalen Ramsey and Kendall Fuller said. So like the Dolphins defense is solid and they're going up against a team. This is where I think the Dolphins have the advantage because they're going up against a team that doesn't really have like weapons that you would be scared of. Let's be honest. I like Marcus Valdez-Scantling has been a guy who has like a purpose in most of the teams that he's been on, which is basically on this route, you're gonna go deep, and we're gonna try to get it to you. So please catch it. You know what I mean? So, Keon Coleman caught a few balls, the rookie. So we'll see how much trust Josh has in him again, back to back games. But this secondary is gonna be tough. This defense is gonna be tough. The Bills' defense is tough too, but like I said, Teron Johnson's injury, it honestly worries me because he was, if I look at their depth chart, I'm pretty sure he was their starting, one of their starting corners. He's their starting nickel corner. So, the Dolphins will move things around. They could put Tyreek in the nickel. They could put, Waddle in the nickel. So Mike McDaniel will figure that out. Um, Besides that, like, I think the defense is really good because this is, defensive minded coach. They've always had a pretty decent defense. So it could be, I don't know if the Dolphins have been figured out. I know some people try to throw that out there because, it didn't have like all the points that they usually have, but I think it was a lot of week one stuff. I think this one might be somewhat sloppy too. We know like the quick turnaround on Thursday nights, it's not like we don't get a lot of good games on Thursday night. Let's be honest with each other. You get a couple good matchups that don't sometimes live up to the billing, and this might be one of those, honestly. But I'm hoping for a good game because of the division game. But I think I'm gonna give the advantage to the home team, the Miami Dolphins, just because they are a little healthier, if I'm being honest, but also they are home. So it's a little better, the Bills, short week, have to travel the home game sometimes, a lot of times. I think if we look at, I don't have the stats in front of me, so don't judge me for it, but I think the home team does have somewhat an advantage when it comes to like record. Um in, Thursday night games, they have an advantage record wise, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because they're at the comfort of their own home and they don't have to travel too far and things like that. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, guys, just honestly enjoy the foosball. Enjoy the foosball. It starts today. Like I said, hopefully it's a good game. You guys enjoy. We'll be back tomorrow to preview the whole weekend, the slate of the NFL football, maybe some college stuff. All right, guys. Till next time. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.